Have meeting come to order, Worthington City Council, regular meeting, 5:30 PM Monday, February 26, 2024, City Hall Council Chambers. We get everybody rise, say Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, welcome everybody. We don't have any changes or additions, so we need a
Move to
motion.
approve the agenda.
Second. Okay, motion is seconded. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. On with the consent agenda, we have City Council meeting minutes of February 12th, 2024. Water and Light Commission meeting minutes, February 20th, 2024. YMCA Board meeting minutes of January 29th, 2024. LEC Joint Powers Board meeting minutes of January 18th, 2024. Some case items, application to conduct off-site gambling, Worthington Okabena Windsurfers. Application to conduct off-site gambling, Worthington Hockey Association. Lawful gambling premise permit application, Worthington Hockey Association. Application for temporary on-sale liquor license, Avera Medical Group. Bills payable.
Move to approve consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Do we have a,
Discussion.
okay,
Got a question about number 3, the lawful gambling premise permit application for the Worthington Hockey Association. I see it's listed that they currently have permits for the Tap and Hickory Lodge, being that there's no Hickory Lodge. What happens to that permit? Does it
It
just,
just goes away.
Cool, okay.
Yep, they have, we approve one for them for the math, so now they're adding the VF.
okay. Thank you.
Yep.
okay, thank you. Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. On to.
All right, first case item is call for a public hearing. The South Dakota Health and Educational Facilities Authority, on behalf of Avera Health and on behalf of Avera McKinnon, both South Dakota nonprofit corporations, they are listed as the borrowers, previously issued the South Dakota Health and Educational Facilities Authority Revenue Bond Series 2012A, which financed the cost of acquiring, constructing, remodeling, renovating, and equipping certain healthcare facilities owned by the borrowers, including but not limited to the cost of acquiring, constructing, remodeling, renovating, and equipping an approximately 3-story, 60,000 square foot healthcare facility located at 1216 Ryans Road here in Worthington. In 2019, the South Dakota Authority, on behalf of the borrowers, issued the South Dakota Health and Educational Facilities Authority Taxable Revenue Bond Series 2019B, which refinanced the outstanding 2012A bonds. South Dakota Authority, on behalf of the borrowers, expects to issue a series of bonds. These are called Series 2024 bonds, proceeds of which will be used by the borrowers to purchase and refinance existing debt of the borrowers, including the Series 2019B, and refinance the Series 2012A bonds. Since the debt to be refinanced with proceeds from the Series 2024 bonds originally financed projects located here in the city, Section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986, as amended, and regulations promulgated thereunder, requires that prior to the issuance of the Series 2024 bonds, this City Council must approve the use of the proceeds of these Series 2024 bonds after conducting a public hearing. Representatives of the borrowers have requested the city to schedule a public hearing on this matter for 5:30 p.m. March 25, 2024, in the council chambers of City Hall. While the city has no financial liability with respect to the Series 2024 bonds, the public hearing is intended to provide the public with the opportunity to voice their support or opposition to the issuance of the Series 2024 bonds, which are to be issued by the South Dakota Authority. Exhibit 5 is a copy of the resolution calling for the hearing, along with the actual notice that will be published in the Worthington Globe. Staff recommends Council approve the resolution and call for the public hearing on this matter for 5:30 p.m. March 25, 2024 in the council chambers of City Hall.
So we're just being used as a public meeting forum.
Yes.
That's it.
Will
It's a
they,
lot of words.
Well,
yeah. Will they be doing a presentation?
Mindy, you were in contact with them. Are they planning to do a presentation? It's just basically refinancing existing debt.
They will have people here if you would like them to. It's really a formality for them.
Looks like they've done this in 12,
You want-
19,
yeah.
and 24.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have a motion?
I move to approve the resolution and call for the public hearing as stated.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
All right, next one is adoption of the City of Worthington social media policy. Social networking in government serves two primary functions: to communicate and deliver messages directly to citizens and to encourage citizen involvement, interaction, and feedback in more places and more ways that were traditionally available. Information which is distributed via social media networking must be accurate, consistent, and timely, and meet the information needs of the city's intended audience. Social media is used for social networking, and the proposed policy, which is included as Exhibit 6, seeks to ensure proper administration of the City of Worthington's social media sites by its representatives. Council action is requested to review and adopt the attached social media policy.
I move to approve the social media policy as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Next item is professional services agreement for ice arena programming and feasibility study. City has participated in discussions surrounding the development of a new ice arena with members of the community and organizations for several years. While well-intentioned, these discussions have failed to produce traction in part due to the lack of one entity stepping forward to assume leadership of the project. City staff is recommending that the city be the entity that takes on this leadership role while working closely with other partners who will provide insight, advice, and financial participation. Staff's recommendation includes constructing a new facility on city-owned property and that it be owned, operated, and managed by the city. Professional guidance by an experienced designer is needed to initiate the project through the programming, feasibility, concept, and cost estimating phases. This will require establishing a small group that will work with the architects and engineers through this initial phase. Representatives of other stakeholder groups will be provided to share their knowledge and vision. Staff's recommendation is retain HTG Architects of Hopkins, Minnesota. HTG has designed new and renovated arenas throughout the country and has significant experience in Minnesota with previous projects in Prior Lake, Vadnais Heights, Rosemount, Minnetonka, Breezy Point, Orono, and Waconia. This proposed scope of work, which was detailed in Exhibit 7 in the proposal, includes programming and space needs, developing site plans and floor plans with 3D interior images, preparing exterior elevations with 3D exterior images, preparing cost estimates, and preparing a project schedule. The fee to perform this work is a lump sum of $15,600 plus expenses. Local option sales tax revenue is proposed to fund this phase of the project. Council could also consider funding this through unallocated ARP funds. I have communicated with 4 previous or current clients of HTG, and all of them had wonderful things to say about them, and all said that they would retain them again in the future, which is really the what you want to hear when you're looking for recommendations. I have handed out a copy of an earlier feasibility study that they have performed. This dates back to 2018 to give you an idea of the finished product that we would receive in this initial phase, which would be the programming and concept drawings, preliminary drawings, and cost estimates.
How did we get to HTG on our radar?
I'll have to, I think Todd discovered them while he was researching ice arenas, and then both of us researched them and looked into them, and I asked for a list of references, and 3 of them were in Minnesota, 1 is in California. They all had very positive things to say. The one that's in Prior Lake is associated with the Mentukan Sioux tribe, and the ice arena manager said that the tribe has been working with HTG for over 30 years. So, Todd, if you have anything else to
Yeah,
add?
no, I did a bunch of research on new arenas and, existing ones and rehabbed and arenas that have been built in the last 5 years, and their name popped up a couple times, and I reached out to them, did some initial discussions with them, a couple other architects also. Then I passed information along to Steve, and he's the one that did the research on them. And we were not familiar with them before this started in the last couple weeks, but we've got a lot of information, a lot of glowing reviews. So.
Chad?
I also spoke with another group too and passed that information on to him from Minnesota, based in Minnesota, or at least a main office in Minnesota that's done some, and they were a little bit more, but.
Yes, Amy?
I think this is what we need in order to move forward. I mean, because it's hard to get multiple entities together, ask them to contribute money when we really don't know what we're looking for. This would give us a very specific idea of what we're looking at, how much it would cost. They'll give cost estimates too, correct?
Yes.
How much it will cost and a vision of what it will look like. So I think this is really important.
Absolutely. Yes, Amy?
Do we have an estimate on timeline that this will take them from when we sign the contract to when it's delivered?
I advised them that it would be imperative that if council is going to make a decision, that it be this sitting council, which means by the end of 2024, this council would have to take action one way or the other. Mm-hmm. So that's the timeline that I gave them, that we need a finished product and final direction from the council by this December.
I would move to approve this phase of the work for the sum of $15,600 plus expenses with local option sales tax money, revenue.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Yep, Chad?
Is there a reason why you'd want to use the sales tax funds versus the ARPA funds that were out there?
Is there ARPA funds?
Yes.
Well, I would amend my motion for ARPA funds. I was not
I'm
aware
sorry.
those were available.
I will second that amendment.
Amendment.
Yeah, we still have unallocated ARP funds, ARPA
Thank you.
funds.
Okay, great. Thanks, Chad. Okay, so we have a motion and seconded. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Okay, my turn. At its May 13th, 2019 meeting, City Council approved a master services agreement with the firm of Bolton and Mink for identified airport projects that are initiated within 5 years of the above date. And the approval of the master agreement followed an open consultant selection process as required by the FAA. The master services agreement established the terms and conditions that may be common to all airport projects undertaken by the firm. Work orders address the scope of services and any other specific terms relating to specific projects. BMI is proposing work order number 6, Exhibit 1, to replace the roof and heating unit on the airport terminal building. The primary scope of work for this proposal will be project administration services. Bolton and Mink's proposed fee for these services shall be completed in a lump sum basis of $20,000. The cost breakdown will be as follows. The FAA share is 56.9. The state share is 28.91, and the city share is 14.919%. The numbers are behind it. Council action is requested to approve Bolton and Mink's work order number 6 and authorize the mayor and city clerk to sign the agreement.
Comments, questions?
This will be use of our AIP funds. We get $150,000 a year, so it's a federal grant.
I would move to approve contract with Bolton and Mink.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
This next one is the professional services proposal. The Worthington Municipal Airport receives federal AIP funding in the amount of $150,000 per year to be used for airport improvement projects. Staff has identified the airport terminal roof and HVAC unit repair placement to be federally funded project for 2024. Airport staff has asked Brian Bergstrom of the firm of Short Elliott Hendrickson Incorporated to do design work for this roof and HVAC unit replacement. The proposal, Exhibit 2, is included in your packet. Mr. Bergstrom's proposal for these design and construction services calls for a lump sum fee of $15,800 plus reimbursable expenses estimated to be $500. The proposal has been submitted to the FAA for review, and the cost breakdown as follows. Same percentages as the last one. Council action is requested to approve SEH proposal for design services. This is the architect to design the roof portion of it.
Comes out of the same funding.
Yes, yep.
I would move to approve as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Todd?
Hello, everybody. First item, approve plans for 3rd and 4th Avenue Street and utility improvements and authorize advertisement for bids. City staff has prepared plans and specifications for 3rd and 4th Avenue Utility Improvement Reconstruction Project. This project was presented and approved at the December 11th, 2023 improvement hearing. Staff recommends that council pass the resolution shown in Exhibit 1 approving the plan and specification and authorize advertisement for bid to be received on March 27, 2024 at 2 p.m. and considered for award at the April 8, 2024 City Council meeting.
Questions?
Move to adopt.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Second one, resolution pertaining to intent to bond for cost incurred making public improvements. Federal tax regulation required that local government declare the intent to reimburse themselves for prior costs incurred in making public improvement with proceeds with bonds. In other words, the city must state the intent to sell bonds for a project after significant costs have already been incurred for the project. It is typical for the city to temporarily finance improvements with construction fund reserves until an adequate amount of cost from various projects have been incurred to warrant the issuance of a bond. Staff recommends that City Council pass the resolution in Exhibit 2. The maximum amount listed in the resolution is approximately 10% higher than the project estimate presented for the project ordered by City Council.
Move to approve.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll second.
And second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thanks, Goo. We are on to, looks like, committee reports. I don't have anything.
I don't have anything.
Reminder that the next cultural competency training is March 14th from 3 to 6 at the fire hall.
Okay, thank you. Chris?
No report.
Elena?
No report?
Chad?
I don't have anything.
Steve?
I don't really have much to report. There's Coalition Day at the council or at the Capitol that's coming up. Be in touch with us, myself or Mindy, if you have interest in going. It usually start about 10 o'clock in the morning, and then there's evening events along with visiting with various representatives. So,
Yeah, when is that again? What's the date?
I have to,
22nd
Of March?
or the 18th.
That's right. I probably have it at home
Yeah.
as well on stuff I just got from Plymouth.
There's a league one and a coalition one.
Yeah.
So it's- the dates get all.
the coalition one, I believe, was March 8th.
Otherwise, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Motion and second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.